with Nanay and Claire.
Hello KaFam! Isang araw, isang pahina ng aming buhay. Today, we are hopping to the other lot, detaching ourselves from the comfort of our home, as we talk more about Training the Mind, Chapter 7 of Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty. In ordinary days, our minds are only in present time for about 3 seconds at a time. Our brains are thinking forward and backward, filling in ideas about present time based on what we've experienced in the past and anticipating what is to come. Our minds are like monkeys, swinging from one branch to the next, often aimlessly. This includes fears, concerns, negativity, and stress. And to achieve true growth, we have to understand, train, and strengthen our relationship with our minds. Every choice in life is a battle between two wolves inside us, the good and the bad. But who usually wins? It's the side that we feed more. We feed more the idea by our senses. What we hear, read, who we spend time with, what we do, where we focus our energy and attention. For example, if you keep telling yourself that you can't do it, then certainly you will not be able to do it. As the Bhagavad Gita states, "For him who has conquered the mind is the best of friends. But for one who has failed to do so, his very mind will be the greatest enemy." Sometimes our own minds work against us. They convince us to do something, then make us feel guilty or bad about it. It's like having our should self, or what we feel we should do in the moment, and our want self, what we actually want to do in the moment. We have to learn recognizing self-destructive thoughts. Our thoughts are like clouds passing by. The self, like the sun, is always there. We are not our minds. The monkey mind is reactive, but the monk mind is proactive. When we remove those mental and physical triggers, you can stop giving in to them. Needless to say, we can never remove all senses and all triggers. Our goal is not to silence the mind. We want to figure out the meaning of a thought to help us let go to focus on what we want regardless of distractions. Have a break from your stressors, like too much dwelling on social media, and invest time to your conscious mind. Most of us have a long list to do for the day but end up spending 5 hours on social media because we lost track of focus. That leads us feeling miserable in the end of the day, because of feeling unfulfilled, just being unproductive. So how do we keep our conscious mind awake? By talking to the voices in our head, as in literally talking to ourselves every day. Remember Claire used to talk to her brain all the time? I think we should try that too. By doing that, we are reframing and most probably going to a positive direction. Instead of throwing criticism back to yourself, identify the ways you're making progress. Remind yourself of your achievements and what you are good at. Then, you will begin to see, feel, and appreciate the value of what you are doing. Rather than amplifying your failures, amplify your progress. We can take action instead of using words alone to reframe our state of mind. A simple way of overcoming this is to learn one thing every day. It doesn't have to be big. Talking to our mind and writing every thought that enters our mind doesn't solve all of our problems, but it can help us gain critical perspective we can use to find solutions. Instead of telling yourself unpleasant statements, practice self-love and compassion. After all, the bad things we point to ourselves are the things that we would never say to the people we love. Jay Shetty said, "Treat yourself with the same love and respect you want to show to others. Talk to yourself with love." We all have happy memories that we enjoy revisiting and painful memories that we can't let go. Instead of thinking about what mattered in the past or what the future might hold, gently guide your mind back to the moment of the present, the moment of now. Because through detaching ourselves from distractions, past and future, we gain control of our minds at the moment. Detachment is not that you own nothing, but that nothing should own you. It is like being close to everything, but it doesn't let it consume and own you. Instead, we can redirect our energy and attention to focus on the mind and enjoy a creative time, free of distractions. Sometimes, the silence and stillness helps us discover new details. This book teaches a lot about training the mind about detachment, becoming an objective observer, having conversations with the conscious mind to reframe thoughts, finding compassion for ourselves, staying at the moment. Instead of reactively doing what we want, we proactively evaluate the situation and do what is right. Remember the process? Start with awareness or attachment. Next is to stop and rethink about it. And lastly, be creative. Find ways, divert your attention, and swap in a new behavior. As the world's happiest man Matthew Ricard said, we should cultivate inner peace as a skill by training our brains. In the end, it is your mind that translates the outside world into happiness or misery. Though it needs consistent practice, let's take it slow and enjoy every moment of the process. Love, Nanay and Claire.